Yeah, there we go. I want to make sure I do my best to get all the lights in this tree in frame, and you can kind of see the vast majority of this tree too, so yeah. It's Christmas Eve, and only now am I explaining something like that. Good morning, happy Tuesday, Merry Christmas Eve. So I should start this video off with my low, my high, my act of kindness. Well, yesterday we got snow. That's my low. And I need to leave early if there's somewhere I have to go. Yeah, I will admit, that's why. The fact that I paused to make that rhyme indicates that, it took longer than I should have. What's my high? Well, my high is I actually heard some rather interesting news, which I'll get into momentarily. And, let's see, what's my act of kindness? Well, I mean, I guess it does sound a bit pretentious that I use this as my act of kindness, but for those of you who don't watch my shorts on YouTube, one of the shorts I made yesterday was dedicated to thanking the Horseheads football team for having me at their end of the year banquet. Of course, now it's on the internet forever and ever. Okay, so enough joking around. Let's take care of some business. I have to go over last night's game. I mean, I had the 49ers winning, and I'd be shocked if I got that one wrong. In fact, I'm pretty sure I saw last night that the 49ers clinched a playoff spot, which means I'm positive they probably won. Actually, let me leave the NFL playoff picture up. Why not? But, NFL schedule. Wow, we got a bunch of games on Christmas. I'll definitely be talking about those. Yeah, the 49ers totally crushed the Colts 48-27. So that makes this week overall, if I can get over there, 10-6, which means, if I can bring it over real fast, the overall record for the year is 163, 76, and 1. There we go. Yeah, sorry, the glare on the computer is going to ruin. Yeah, 163, 76, and 1. Perfect. Now, before I do anything, I need to double save this, because that's what you do. Always double save your work, because you never know. Believe me, there have been times where I did not follow that advice, and it didn't hurt me, but it definitely scared me. Actually, a couple times it actually did. One time, for sure, it did hurt me in terms of, not double saving my work. Okay, so, one last thing I gotta do before I get started on talking about the task at hand. If I can, okay. Now, what I plan on doing for this video is, okay, so, listen, you saw the title of the video. If you're watching this on YouTube, you saw the title of the video, but if not, Chuggaaconroy, aka the person I've watched on YouTube Really, he's not just the person I've watched on YouTube the longest. He's probably the person I've watched on the internet the longest. Like, full stop. You know, again, for those who don't know, Chuggaaconroy is known for doing Let's Plays or playthroughs of video games. Usually he does Nintendo. Of course, he has done a couple that does branch off into the PS2 era. You know, obviously, Okami was one, but most recently he did Kingdom Hearts. And this evening, at 5 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, he's going to reveal what his next Let's Play is going to be. Yeah. In this case, if you're a Chuggaaconroy fan, Christmas is coming early for you. Now, whenever Chuggaaconroy does this, he always drops a couple of hints as to what the specific game is going to be. Now, if you've been watching me long enough, then you know that for the better half of a decade, the one Let's Play I've always wanted to see him do was Legends of Zelda Twilight Princess. And earlier this year, he did it. After which, I made a video talking about, while technically, yeah, there is a game I would like to see him do next, I'm okay with waiting for a good while before I start. I want to use a better term than this, but I can't think of anything better. The overzealousness of wanting to play said game like I did with Twilight Princess. So, if you really want to know, the game I would like to see him do now is Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time. Because in his Twilight Princess playthrough, he even said, I can't believe I haven't done Ocarina of Time yet. Which, yeah. I mean, again, I'm not expecting him to do that for a long time. Like, best case scenario, he'll do it in mid-2027. Best case scenario. Honestly, we're looking at like 2028 when he actually finally does that. If he does another Zelda game, that is. So, with that said, for starters, never even remotely occurred to me he would ever have done Kingdom Hearts, so honestly, two of his best Let's Plays back-to-back. You know, again, if you're a Chuggaaconroy fan, you're eating good. But in terms of what he's going to do next, again, he gives out 3 hints. And he gave out the last hint yesterday. I'll get to that momentarily. But after he finished Kingdom Hearts, he gave out his first hint, which is the game has a similar title to Kingdom Hearts, which could mean anything. I mean, does the game have the word kingdom in it? Does the game have the word heart in it? Does it have, you know, an adjective like if kingdom is used as an adjective and, you know, hearts uses the noun? Is there a game with that kind of title? I don't know. Now, the second hint is that this game uses a peripheral. Now, peripheral has several meanings, but in this case, the game has an accessory, if you will, that isn't necessarily required for you to beat the game with, but using this peripheral will enhance your overall experience with this. Well, that's the simple answer. There's more to it than that, but again, I want to keep it simple for everybody. And now, the final hint that he gave out last night, which was delightfully given from his 2 cats, which is so cute. I'm looking at the photo of the cats right now. It's so cute. It's that this project is a remake. Now, you would think that's easier to figure out, but there's actually a lot more depth to this than one might expect. For starters, when he says remake, obviously the first thing that comes to mind is that it's a remake of an already made game. Okay? However, it could also mean that Chuggaaconroy is doing a remake of a Let's Play he's already done. He's done that with Earth Power, and he did that with the first Paper Mario. When you take that into consideration, there really are quite a few ways this could go. I mean, talking about the most basic answer in terms of the project being a remake of a game that's already been made, while also having a similar title to Kingdom Hearts that has a peripheral. I mean, listen, I'd be lying if I said I didn't look at the comments for this stuff, and quite a few people are suggesting it be Pokemon Heart Gold, and by extension Soul Silver. I mean, it'd be Heart Gold because, again, it has a similar title to Kingdom Hearts. You know, Kingdom Hearts, Pokemon Heart Gold, has the word heart in it, of course. It is a remake, obviously Heart Gold being a remake of Pokemon Gold, but also Pokemon Silver, which is a game that he has already done before. So I guess a remake not only of just the game, but of a Let's Play he's already done. Again, it could use a double meaning. That'd be great. And you're probably wondering, what peripheral does it have? It actually has the Pokewalker. Now, if you don't know what the Pokewalker is, when Pokemon Heart Gold and Soul Silver first came out, it came with what was essentially a step counter. An it combined like a step counter with, I guess you could call it Tamagotchi, where you could transfer your Pokemon into the Pokewalker, and you'll walk around, stuff like that, and it would, it could unlock a lot of like Pokemon that you wouldn't normally see in game, items that you'd have to wait later to see, stuff like that. And the more steps you walk, the more you unlock with it. In fact, when I played Pokemon Heart Gold, because I had Heart Gold first, I did play both, but I had Pokemon Heart Gold first. I wound up having both Electivire and Magmortar on my team because I unlocked both Elekid and Magby via the Pokewalker. In terms of actually evolving them into Electivire and Magmortar respectively, you know, Platinum has several ways you could get the Electrizer and Magmarizer respectively. So, yeah, I wound up having... My team for Pokemon Heart Gold was broken as all get out, man. I mean, I had Feraligatr, I had both Alakazam and Gengar, Electivire, Magmortar, and I used Togekiss to round it out. This team was busted, dude. Holy cow. Needless to say, when you're also a level grinder like me, the Elite Four was practically a joke. Right, so with all that said, Heart Gold really is looking like the strongest possible contender unless I'm not able to think of anything else. However, it does pose a few problems. The other is I've yet to talk about the other options it could be. Because if we're talking about both a remake of a video game and a remake of a game he's already played, it could just as easily be the remake of Mario RPG, Super Mario RPG, or Paper Mario: The Thousand Year Door. Both games Chuggaaconroy did Let's Plays of the original on, and both games just got remakes not that long ago. The problem is, I can't think of anything peripheral. Well, actually, you do play both games on the Switch. And I guess the Switch itself acts as its own peripheral. So, maybe. So, again, the big problem is just when you think you have an answer, several other questions arrive. But the other problem is, it really hasn't been all that long since Chuggaaconroy played a Pokemon game. In fact, 2024 was when he did Black 2 and White 2. He then ended the year with Bowser's Inside Story. He then did Twilight Princess, then Kingdom Hearts. If Pokemon Heart Gold's next, I guess one could argue that's a pretty solid amount of time between doing Pokemon games. And Pokemon is Chuggaaconroy's favorite RPG of all time. Literally the entirety of the series. In fact, many years ago, Chuggaaconroy did a 50 Facts about him. I explained this once before. And literally the first thing he did in this 50 Facts about him is his favorite game series of all time is Pokemon, because it got him into the RPG genre. And fair enough, that it ignited my love for RPGs as well. So, yeah, this is tough. I mean, again, Twilight Princess is the Let's Play I've always wanted to see Chuggaaconroy do, and I finally got my wish a long time ago. At this point, again, while I would like to see him do Ocarina of Time, I'm okay with waiting for a while before I would really start asking for that. And again, I said Ocarina of Time is a short answer. Again, the long answer is I'm okay with waiting for whatever. And therefore, I'm okay with whatever he does next. And I am okay with whatever he does next. So, unless there's something that I am not even remotely considering, yeah, I guess Pokemon Heart Gold would be the strongest possible option. Actually, there have been a few. Every now and again, I'll watch old videos of Chuggaaconroy, including Pokemon Crystal, which he did when Pokemon Heart Gold and Soul Silver was released, as those games are really more like Pokemon Crystal than Gold and Silver, which came out before that. So, we'll see. We'll see what he winds up doing. Personally, though, I'm excited. I think whatever he decides to do as a Chuggaaconroy fan, I'm personally excited. And hey, worst case scenario, or best case scenario, depending how you look at it, I can do a reaction in tomorrow's video about what's going to be. Merry Christmas Eve to everybody. Well, actually, today it's Merry Christmas Eve, but you get it. Guess there's not much else to say except, like, favorite, share, subscribe, follow me on YouTube and all the other social media platforms. As always, I'm very humble to let me this video for all of you guys watching. Enjoy everything. We have a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful Tuesday. I can't believe you. Seriously, that's gotta be like, I can't believe I forgot the day of the week. And remember, if you guys want to talk, chat, what's going to let me know. Always have your back. Take care and make good choices. 607 all day, baby. By the way, in case you're wondering why I'm wearing my Horseheads Blue Raider sweater again, or hoodie, I mean, listen, pretty much everybody's posting about the fact that they're wearing PJs and sweatpants. Might as well join in the fun.